Hi, I'm Jack. In today's video I'll be showing you how to make prop weapons that compensate for your low budget and other things without having a compensator attached. So where do you get prop guns? Here are some websites. At least in Australia, the most affordable and accessible replica weapons are these plastic replicas. It's a bit difficult to get your hands on airsoft weapons, firearms, replicas, or actual firearms. They all come in this weird shiny box with the same stock image hand on the side. If you do that, it kind of looks a bit weird. So let's get started on making them gooder. One of the first things I'll do is open up the gun and remove any unwanted bits. For example, this M4 has a transparent red plastic in it. On a previous job, I removed the plastic and inserted a black tube to emulate a barrel. Most of these guns will have screws on the side. So for today, we are going to accommodate for this using this Polyfilla. Usually I'll use builder's bog, but I thought I'd give this one a shot because it takes about 3 hours to set, whereas a builder's bog can set quite quickly. So once we've applied the bathroom shit, I'll sand it down to tidy it up a bit and remove any toy labels. We're also going to use this plastic primer. Of the two guns we're going to modify today, for the MP5K we're going to use a matte black, and for the Steyr AUG we're going to be using this red because I might use it for a Rainbow Six costume. And to sell the sort of worn look, we're going to use this silver finish. So the first thing to note on the AUG that it does have that transparent red stuff through there. So we're actually going to have to tear this one down and take that out. So now that we've got the gun open, I can take out the red stuff. In fact, I don't think I need any electronics, so I can tear them out as well. I'm not going to be too careful with that shit, except for the trigger, just because I want to retain the trigger. I'll leave the motor just because I can't be fucked unscrewing it. Now that all of this is done, we're going to put the gun back together. Let's just double check the trigger works and start screwing, implying I ever get to do that. So the next step involves using the weird Polyfilla. I've never used this one before, so we'll see how it goes. At the moment, I think I'm just going to smear it across the holes and then wipe off any excess. So this does take 3 hours to set, so we'll have to give it some time. So now that the AUG's done, I'll do the MP5K. So now that that's all done, I'll wait till tomorrow. Unfortunately, my usual setup's not available to me at the moment. Normally I would hang these from a clothesline, so I'm just gonna have to make do, all because of the rain. So now that it's dry, the next step is to sand it down. Remove any imperfections with a sharp tool, knife, toothpick, skewer, and you might also want to sand off any labels. So the next step is applying the primer. Even though the paint has a primer in it, I just like to play it safe. So now that this is all dry, I can start applying the first base coat. On the AUG, I'll focus on the parts that are supposed to remain black. So now that this is dry, I've just got to tape up all the black bits. Fortunately, I don't have masking tape, so I've just got to use regular tape. So while the AUG dries, we'll do the detailing of the MP5K. If you want just a clean, brand new gun aesthetic, stop here. To get a sort of worn metallic look, get your metallic finish spray paint. Spray a small amount onto cardboard, paper, whatever. Get a sponge. Wipe it till it doesn't really do that much. Pick up your gun and just imagine where it would be worn and torn. Sort of start to scratch it. There you have it, sort of worn, metallic look. Note how I did the parts where I figured the gun would be most used. Note that it looks all right close up, but it's not perfect. So this is basically dry, so I can start to peel off the tape. A little bit of bleeding on the top mostly, but that's not too difficult to fix. And I guess a side-by-side comparison. So that's the end of this episode on watching paint dry. Next week we'll be actually making the guns look like they shoot stuff, whereas really they're just plastic pieces of shit. Bye.